So in audio form, I kind of wanted to summarize what we know about Imane Khelif, the boxer, the male boxer who won gold at the Olympics in the female category. So we know that he was tested by two independent laboratories for genetic screening of XX or XY, and he failed both tests. So the International Boxing Association says he does not meet the eligibility rules. So what are their rules? Well, their rules say that they define XX as female, XY as male, and so he didn't meet those rules. He could not compete in the female category, thus, he must have XY. They also came out separately saying basically that he has XY chromosomes. They also say that he has high testosterone. This was also confirmed by his trainer and his endocrinologist. And so we have XY chromosomes plus high T, so that means he almost certainly has testes. That's the simplest explanation. So it cannot be Swyer syndrome because Swyer syndrome involves undifferentiated gonadal tissue, and so there is no high male level of T. In fact, the T is very, very low at female levels or below. And so that cannot be Swyer because he has high T. But then his muscle mass was said to decrease some after T suppression, and so that seems to rule out complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, CIAS, because in cases of CIS, these people cannot respond to T at all. Even though they have testes and their bodies produce large amounts of testosterone, they cannot respond to the testosterone, so their body does not receive the effects from it. And so the fact that his muscle mass decreased, that shows that there is that T response and then the ability to change state based on lowering T or raising T, right? Now, it doesn't take away all of the advantage. The advantage still stays in large part because once you've gone through development as a male through male puberty, that advantage largely is retained even after T suppression. So what are we left with? Well, we're left with 5-ARD or PAIS. So 5-ARD stands for 5-alpha reductase deficiency. It is a disorder of male sex development, specifically regarding the external genitals. And so what happens is the fetus has XY, they develop testes like normal, the testes produce high testosterone, but there's a deficiency in an enzyme that is used to convert testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, DHT. DHT is essential for developing the male's external genitalia. So a lot of times, especially in places where they have less medical care, less medical knowledge, they are confused as girls because their genitalia can look female typical. Now, when they reach puberty, the huge surge in testosterone is very helpful in finally masculinizing the external genitalia, and so it becomes more obvious that they're boys if it hadn't been obvious already. So also on top of that, 5-ARD is more common in parts of North Africa, in Turkey, in the Caribbean, and so it is a likely condition. If he does have a DSD, that's likely what it is. It could also be PAIS, so partial insensitivity to androgen, where he can respond to androgen to a degree, but maybe it resulted in underdeveloped external genitalia, and so again, he may have been confused as a girl at birth. That is the basic summary of what we know regarding the possibilities of DSDs, and so I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions.